insanity and boredom. So what do I do? Ooh, I make noises with the microphone, apparently. So, Cedric, let us go, shall we? Cedric Rockingham, Esquire. Let's go. This is taking its sweet ass time. Oh, right. This was going to be a nightmare, wasn't it? Yeah. So, brakes are shot. Engine's got to be dismantled. Doesn't matter how you paint it. I like the wheels though. So it's a single wheel drive? Front wheel drive. Yeah. Why? Why would you only be front wheel drive? Front wheel drive alone just seems so boring, so tacky. It's rear wheel drive or all wheel drive. That's all there is. Rear wheel, all wheel. Nothing else matters. Now I know I don't have to do this. Oh, maybe. What's that bush looking like? Bushes are looking fine. Bearings are looking fine. I know the oil filter's fucked. There's only 3 cylinders total. That's not a bad one. Brakes are a bit shitty. I need to shake this really uneasy feeling that I've got. It's super uneasy. I don't even know how to begin to explain the feeling that I've got crawling through so much of my body right now. I feel very afraid. And it seems stupid. Oh, great. So I have to take a serpentine belt off before I can pull the sump off. Nice. Which means I can take the throttle body off. Throttle body? Yeah, throttle body. It's an old lady throttle body. No injectors. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Oh crap. Alright. Pop that off, pop that off. And the idler. And the alternator. And then pop that bottom roller off. Now I get the feeling I'm going to have to do that as well. So I'll do it for the hell of it. And I'll remove that. So what else can I remove? Before I get too carried away, I need to drain the coolant. And possibly power steering. There wasn't a lot of that left anyway. There we go, timing cover can come off. And I see more grot inside the engine. Another idler. Timing belt. A cam gear, another cam gear. I mean, the engine's got to be stripped down anyway, so turbo gets to come off. Let's start popping some cam caps off. Do 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 do. Yes, there is no entertainment to be found here. I am just a guy in a dark room. I might as well be in a dark room. Shh. Whoop. What do I do? Is there anything at the end of that engine other than, like, I know the head's there. No, the head's just going to come off. That's it. Right, too easy. I really wish I could shake this uneasy feeling. Saying that I'm nervous as an under... The thermostat in the side of the lock. This would have to be the first motor that I've come across. I don't need to pull that out, do I? No. No. I didn't even really need to pull the thermostat out. It was just such an unexpected thing to find. Now, which piston is grot? That one's grot. Piston with conrod. 4 brake performance, so I've got some back brakes. And I need to buy a piston with conrod, so type pissing here. Piston, conrod. Oh, excuse me. Pop that out. And pop that in. Let's go repair shit, shall we? Repair shit that doesn't need to be repaired. Because nobody asked for it, but I'm doing it anyway. That's just how I roll. Oh, so many noises. Oh. I forgot how tedious repairing is in this. Well, I forgot. Except I was doing it yesterday. So I didn't really forget, I just pushed the tedium out of my mind, I guess, is the best way to put it. Because do any of us really ever actually forget something, or do we just pretend to not remember it, or push it that far from our consciousness that it's not present? So you don't forget it, you just push it out of your consciousness. And I guess that makes sense to me, but what would I know? I wouldn't know anything, let's be honest. Let's just start slapping shit back on, shall we? So head on. Come on. A little more. There you go. Time for camshaft. And another camshaft. Now the cam gear I'm going to have to replace. Cam gear i3. I could have just used the... I could have done that in like 1 keystroke and 2 clicks. But instead I felt like typing it all out because I'm an idiot. I don't think any of the cam caps needed replacing. I'm pretty sure the cam caps themselves were adequate. What am I on? I'm on the inlet side. So I've got the best caps on the inlet. Best caps on the inlet. And the worst caps on the exhaust. So this motor will be best at the suck, the squeeze and the bang, and it'll kind of be a weak blow, yeah? For those who understand the 4-stroke. 4-stroke, yes. It doesn't want a spark plug, does it? That's because that's 70%. Double check, throttle. Nope. Doesn't need a coil. think the throttle body is foobarred though. And I gotta buy a timing belt. Fuel rail. It's perfect. See now, this is how you do it. Serpentine belt. Bang, done. So that was so much easier. Throttle body. Oh. Wait. Which rollers needed to be done? Idler roller A. So that one is the crusty, or a crusty one. Yeah. That one remains crusty. That's what I needed to put that on, the cover. Okay. Now I'm getting somewhere. Let's assemble this bitch. Turbo. Now I think this was a... I get the feeling this was a credit bonus job. i3 filter. Oh. Watch me be wrong. Oh no, it's an i3 filter. That's alright. Oh yeah, and you're the one that needs to be a new one, so there you go. Be new, be free, be happy. Alternator. I'm not going to be able to do anything until I get underneath the motor. And reconnect the sump or slash oil pan. Put that chunky stuff back on. Oop. So I've got to put a rod cap on. Then I can put an oil pan on. Then I can put an exhaust section on. Then I have to go back up top after putting the axles on. There wasn't a clutch fault, was there? I cannot see. Clutch. Does not appear to be a clutch fault anywhere. Everything looks clean and happy. So, if everything is clean and happy, then I am no longer... I need brake pads. Brah. Brah. And this is a mistake. Don't care. Doesn't cost much. But I will replace the brake pads on both front wheels. I think I have to do a tie rod up this end too. Inner tie rod, yes. So, tie. Inner. Escape. Tie rod. Tie rod. Tie rod. Axle. Disc. Pad, caliper, piston, wheel, yeah, yeah. Then I go back up top, and I finished assembling the serpentine belt system, the belt drive. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no, that's fine. And did I need a new belt? No, I don't. Do I need a new tensioner? No, I don't. So that motor is... Oh, crap. Ooh, better put that back in. That was, but how you going? I saw something grotty up the back there that needed to be replaced. But for starters, let us... I can't do that. Because... I didn't do the oil. The oil filter. One more click. And power steering. Sounds like an old ass plane flying overhead. So the fuel pump's shot. I just got to put the new filter on. And seeing as how there is brake caliper. So it's brake caliper on this side. What's going to be on the other side? Let's go pop, pop, pop. See, nice and easy. I have the parts on me to do it. Now I don't have a spare fuel pump, do I? But that one is 22%, so it is repairable. So I'm going to have to go and repair that quickly. And while that's doing that, I'll pull the other one of them off there, put that one on there, and then repair caliper, piston, and pump. Oops, overspin. Right. Tank, pump, and it's a disc on this side. I'm pretty sure I've got a spare disc. Because I have been trying to collect common parts so that I can just use. So it's a 74, 85 and a 79. No, I don't have a spare disc, so I've got to go and do this. God damn it. Clear the list. Now I get to sit here and just strafe side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. That dust is very big fat dust. I have never seen dust that big in my life. Oh, it didn't collect it, did it? Did I get it that time? Yeah, cool. I have never seen dust this big in my entire life. How does dust get that big? 79 is, there's no choice but 79. And then I repaired that because I did the disc as well, so it's fine. I think 80 is better than one of the front wheels, so I should have put that on the front, but I didn't. Oh yeah, oil filter. Boop. There, lower the car, top up the oil, and she's done. Spanish number plates, eh? Glug, glug, glug. Chug till you glug. Come on. Keep it going. Alright. And finish. I got money. Some money. What do we got? Delray Custom. Katagiri. 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 And we have the Salem Flamo. Salem Earthquake. Actually, that's bonus credits. It says brakes. Ooh, what's that? Yeah. Oh no, Flamo's still there. I'll take that. So what is it? It's not supposed to be a pacer. That'd be the Gremlin, wouldn't it? Because the pacer has the fishbowl glass on the back end of it. What do we got? So you only want the brake system. Holy crap. That is... you know what? I'm going to take that to the test path and do it on the test path, because with as grotty as this car looks, I am not going to be able to pick the correct bits. There you go. And it sounds like the exhaust needs doing, because that's way too loud. Oh yeah, I forgot change between throttle and brake, throttle and brake. So front right brakes and left rear. I don't know. I really don't know. This car is so much of a fucking turd. So which brakes? I'm just going to do that because, oh my god, it does want more than that done. Holy shit. It actually wants a sizable amount. Oh, this is going to be grot fest. So you want the caliper on this side, caliper on the other side, shoes on the back. So shoes on the rear. Ugh. Do you want the... if I take the calipers off, I know that both calipers need to be done. So it does want front pads. So this thing is just absolute rot on the border of being burnt out on the side of the road. And you don't want those pads done. So I've got to pull the shoes off this side. Yeah, it's just the shoes off this side. But it doesn't want a drum done. That seems unusual. Let's double check. It wants the drum cylinder done. Okay. I will do nothing more. Actually, no. I will do more. Seeing as how I got to take that off anyway. Come over here, grab this one. Right. That doesn't want discs, that doesn't want... I've got one set of pads to do. Let's see. I have no discs to do, but I have a bunch of brake components to do. But it's all fairly cheap. And I think I can even... yeah, I can redo the shoes. So both sets of shoes. I'm spending all my profit. I'm absolutely spending all my profit because there is no way this job's paying more than a couple of 100 credits. One more. Oh, you bitch. Right. So now, reassembly. Now I also believe that because I've got all four wheels off, and I think this car is going to be... they're all going to be grot, aren't they? 215, 215, 215, 60, 15, yeah, they're all 215, 60, 15. So I absolutely can just dump shit in the way I see fit to. Although that axle's a bit concerning, but it's not my problem. No, that was a good one. Well, that's a bit of a stupid thing to say. It wasn't a good one, but it was the better of three that were left. Right. Good caliper, good piston, good tyre. I can't help myself, can I? I keep doing that same pattern. You want a minimum of 33%. Well, I have some 79s there. I'm guessing that's from the car that I did the unplanned upgrade on, so at the end of the day, it works. I can put some shitty fucking brake pads in a shitty fucking car, even though the shitty fucking brake pads are far less shitty than the car itself. Other tasks. All four fluids. So it just says refill, it doesn't say drain and refill. Oh my god, what engine is that? It's a 6-pot. With triple carbs? Side draft? What the? Well, it does just say fill, so it doesn't want them to be drained and filled. I'm not going to do anything more than necessary here. Got to admit, I like that motor. I'd like it more if it were pretty though. A little bit more. There you go, fill her up. I'm going to assume that I can top some oil up. Oh yes I can. Just a little. Just a little. And the power steering is almost bone dry. So what have you got? Dodgy banjo fitting? Or use some of those crimped bloody compression fit lunatic things? I almost said a bad word. I almost said a very bad word. Bad words are not fun. But the world was a very different place 30 years ago. A very different place. You want to talk about cancelling people for things they've said in their past? Well, as I said, the world was a different place. It wasn't a matter of knowing what was right or wrong. In some instances, there was just nobody there to tell you otherwise. Sensibilities weren't the same as they are now. Ooh. What have you got? A minute left. I'll take you. I'll put you on the hoist. I've got 50 seconds to make up my mind if I want you as well. Well, you look fun, but I don't think I've had one of you yet, so I'll take you. Alright, so I'll do this one first. I think you're going to want some body panels, aren't you? Yes, you are. Gears keep slipping. Front bumper. Front left fender. Hood. Right. Front bumper. A front left fender. It's going to be a right headlight. And what else are we going to have? We're going to be left body window A. Left door window. Left mirror. Is that it? Have we got a brake light? Left tail light, yeah. And rear window. Oh, was it a rear window? Rear window, well, I'll be fucked. Rear window and right headlight. Yeah, I figured the right headlight. But for now, if I take this garbage and I see what can be repaired, I make with the repairs. I save some money. I come back in here. I hit X on that. I put a bumper back on. I put a hood back on. I put a guard back on. Well, a fender, because we've got to do it correct, right? Then I put a mirror on. Now I have to do... So when I get X, 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 X. And I go here, go to the shop, body shop. That's the Zephyr series. And I want to go front door, left window, left body window, left tail light, right headlight, rear window. I believe I got everything. Right headlight. Left door window, left body window A. Rear window and a tail light. Now that's the bodywork done. That is the bodywork done. Now I'll throw you up on the hoist for a few seconds because if the gears keep slipping, it's just going to be a clutch. So, starter motor comes off. Drive shaft. Whoop, 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 whoop. Drive shaft, gearbox, and I am inside the diff. I was inside the pinion. So we got the bearing, and let's go with the clutch itself, the clutch plate. Now, can I repair any of this? Because I'm pretty sure I can glue material onto the clutch plates. It's not allowing me to do any of it with this one. That's fine. So I just want to throw some credits at that. Come over here and buy myself clutch plate and a release bearing. Oop, get on there. Right. And the release bearing and the gearbox. I am currently regretting eating what I ate not long ago. Ooh, that was a bad idea. It tasted so good at the time, but it was a bad idea. My gut is churning like you would not believe. Job done. Finish order. V, everything under 30%. Then get rid of the glass and lights because I cannot reuse glass and lights. I don't know if the game has been fixed, but I am going to assume not. Why is that crooked? I don't remember them ever being crooked. It's on an angle, like somebody's just taken it for a bloody... okay. So the exhaust... Is this supercharged? It is. So we have an oil filter. We have 2 pipes and a fuel filter. But given that it says there's more than just that, let's have a squiz. Oh, crack, 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 crack. The knocking from engine bay, excuse me, can also be suspension, so I don't want to go getting too quickly carried away, assuming the worst. But I can just see it now, it's going to be like one piston ring, so I'm going to have to pull the entire motor apart just to do one piston ring. No, the engine can't be started because of the oil filter and the fuel filter. So I come down to the shop, filt. I need 2 regular air filters because I saw them on the list. I need a fuel filter and a V8 oil filter. So slap that bitch in there, that bitch on there, and now all of a sudden you'll be able to do, whoops, the compression test. No, you can't. The starter's not shot, is it? The starter isn't shot. All those exhaust pipes... Oh, that's an alternator. So I have to yoink that. So I can yoink that. And I think... Where's the one that has to come out of the way for that? Oh, it's just another tensioner. That's awesome. Yoink that. Yoink that. Yoink the alternator. Oh, it's got me beat why it needs an alternator to actually start. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go to the electronics shop. Let's just buy an alternator. Slap that bitch in. Alright. wants belts because for some reason it won't turn over and do a compression test unless it's got belts fitted, which is, again, stupid because you get compression regardless, so long as the cams turn. Compression tester, there we go. I really could have found that by doing the electrical test at crankshaft. I fucking knew it. I absolutely fucking knew it. You miserable cunt of a fucking car. The entire motor has to come out just for one thing. I mean, what kind of a beating did you put on this car for that to happen? No, it's just, regardless. Let's just, I'll cut it out. The mouse moves just the tiniest bit off the clip. And the camera decides, nope, I'm going to go over here now. You're looking at this. You don't want to look at that. Because why the fuck would I want to look at what I want to look at? When I can look at whatever the fuck the game thinks I want to look at instead. That's just fucking absurd. Alright, so we get to strip an entire motor down. If I'm stripping the motor down, I'm going to need to drain the coolant. And the crank is coming out. I don't know if that has to be drained, but it will be. I will drain that. I'm going to get underneath it, pull those pipes off. All the pistons, everything has to come out. Oh, this is going to suck balls. This is going to be tedious. That's both tail shafts because... well, just because. So both drive shafts because it's all-wheel drive. The starter motor. And the gearbox because... oh, and the transfer case. Oh, yuck. Look at all these bolts that have to be undone. I haven't leveled up yet, have I? No, I haven't. I've still got, what is it, 141 points to go. Oh, at least the clutch was kind of ratty and needed doing, I suppose. But I've got to strip this thing completely down. This is ridiculous. Excuse me. Alright. The rest of this can be done from the engine bay. Alright. No, I forgot to drain the oil and pull the sump off because I'm an idiot. Getting distracted, Did I already do that? So why didn't it do it the first time I clicked on the shit? Same as that. Oh no, I've got to pull the timing cover off before I can get to the sump. You miserable fart knocking piece of crap. So basically go until I can't go any further. That's kind of just what's going to happen here. And go until I no longer can. But I have to remember to only repair the oh, come on. Only repair the crank. Actually, no, I think the crank was beyond repair, but it's an AJ133. I think I have a spare. Oddly enough, I'm pretty sure... I didn't mean to do that. Pretty sure I have a spare that I picked up at the wreckers, the junkyard. I need to go to my shopping list, go to list, clear the list. Okay, so I can take that off. Timing cover. I cannot take the chain off yet, but I can start by working my way downtown. go through the caps. All the cam caps and then the spark plugs. I suppose I should take the supercharger off as well at some point. I'll finish verifying this head first, I think. Make it naked. Naked. Bare naked ladies. That's a band from the past. A musical group. Manifold. Oop. Now I cannot do the head, so I've got to put a pulley off there. Wait. Why is it an idler roller on there? That needs to be the drive, because that's the snout. That's... Huh? Why? This game confuses me. There is no way that should be an idler pulley. Because that's the drive for the... that's ridiculous. I don't know, this game confuses me sometimes. Can't think too hard about it and can't read too deeply into it because some parts just don't make sense. Alright, so there's that. There's a manifold. Come on, there you go. And I've just remembered I'm going to have to de-log in and de-link a certain device from one of my accounts. Because if I'm selling a network drive, I don't want it to appear in my accounts anymore. Whoop. Finish. Do it. What the hell? Oh, that's part of the block. That's fine, that's fine. Look at that crank. I can see how grotty it is from here. Actually, can I get a hover on it? 23%, so it is repairable. So I will repair the crank if I can get to it. Well, it's not a matter of if I can get to it. If it's not too much of a pain in the ass scrolling through everything in the to repair list. Because that's going to be the last thing I pull out of this motor. So everything else is going to be ahead of it. Oh, this is a nightmare, this job. And then I've still got the timing cover to come off. And then once the timing cover is off, then I can pull the sump off. And I have to pull every cylinder, every piston out. Oh yeah, I've got shoes. Pair of shoes. What size shoes are they? AJ133. So it's not that one, it's not that one. Where? Oh, there's two extra shoes. I didn't see them. Yeah, dibs on not having to build one of these engines. If no, absolutely dibs on not having to do one of these. Ever. In my life. That'd suck. But at least this is nice and easy. Actually, what condition are all these? The average parts is like mid-80s%. So for the crank to be shot, what have they done? They haven't screwed too much boost into it. because you can't put boost into an engine when there's no drive for the supercharger. The supercharger drive is literally an idler. That is all kinds of fucked up. Oh, that is so grotty. But what do I do? Suck it up and just pull everything out. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Just pull everything out one at a time. Focus on what I can do right now. Look at that. Even the crank bearing. Yeah. Alright, so that's the other fault that was undiscovered. A crank bearing cap. So I will have to highlight that. The cap. The cap when I'm doing it with... Oh, I suppose it's just the middle cap, isn't it? And all these have to be done from the top. So at least the pistons aren't an issue. I don't have to worry about rings or anything like that. Oh, seeing as how I've done this, did I drain the power steering? Yes, I did, so I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to take these last components out and rebuild the motor. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, no. I can't rebuild the motor on the stand because I need to know which bearing cap it was. No, I can rebuild the motor on the stand. What was there? Crankshaft bearing cap. So it's one and the crank. So I think it was the middle bearing cap, wasn't it? I'll just double check. It is the middle bearing cap. So if I pull this out, I can just come in here and repair the crank and the cap all the way to the end. And the crank bearing cap. Done. No. No. Create a new engine. Oh. It was the AJ133. AJD. V8 AJ133. And it wasn't the Land Rover one. It was just that one. So now, part mount mode. That. And that. No, needs a new fuel filter. I can't believe I've got to go through all this just for that. For one miserable component. Oh, two miserable components because the starter was, the alternator was shot. But this is fine. I can make do. Idler roller B, idler roller B. Let's go. Oh, hang on, I'm doing this wrong. Let's oh, I can't quite see that one. You're too far down. Why won't you? There we go. I come over here, do that one. I do this in an even and balanced manner, which is not something I would use. Oh, you've got to be it. You dick. So it lets me highlight shit that I can't see, but then it won't let me highlight other shit that I can't see. You didn't want to recode the entire motor, you just wanted the crank replaced because the crank was fucked. Because somebody decided to drive like a moron. And if I put a dodgy one on the exhaust, again, so we don't get the... we get all the suck, we get all the squeeze, we get all the bang, but it suffers on the blow. So... that one. And that one. Because there was no way you had a 90%. Yeah, no, that's right. That is correct. So let's just let's be fair. Let's put it at the back. The next one at the back. And I'll put one at the front. I'll go the back. I'll go, oh, there's my level. I was waiting for that one. Now this is the insanity. A supercharger with a drive snout that has just an idler on the end of it. This is just absolute absurdity. It's mind-boggling. But there are so many small aspects of this motor that I don't know because I'm not a fucking genius. I'm not a mechanic. I know a bit of sweet fuck all about cars, really. I know enough to be dangerous. That's probably the best way to put it. Stupidity and danger walk hand in hand with me. Right, now I need to get that rotate that way, and once more. Now it was the middle one that needed the nice shiny one. And it was a regular one. No. I didn't repair any more of them, so you get the crusty ones. Thank you. You get all the crusties. You get all the crusties. Oh no. You get to have the crusties. Because I want the good ones for myself. You get the crusties. Bah. You get to have the crusties. Oh, yes. Right. So the oil pan is on. I can flip the engine over and put the front timing cover back on. Front timing cover. No. That looked like it was a new one. I don't want to put the brand new one on. Let's stick with old and worn. Right. Pulley comes back on. Idler roller goes on. It wasn't a great idler roller, but it's an idler roller. Then that one goes on. Tensioner goes on. Another belt goes on. And another tensioner goes on. I put a couple of manifolds on. I replace a fuel filter. Actually, I thought I already had replaced it. because that's how I got the car to the engine to turn over in the first place. Or did I only replace the... Oh, I replaced the oil filter and the fuel filter. What's the fucking go? I'm convinced I bought a fucking fuel filter. Let's just... now. Oh yeah, I haven't done any of that yet. I put that one on there. What's the next one? What's the what sort of progression am I looking at here? 89, 87, yeah, so if I just hop across from side to side, actually fuck it, put the next one on there. And then I do that one. And then I can just not really give a fuck about the exhaust side and just slap shit on as it falls. So there's that one. One more on the inlet side. And let's just cram shit into the exhaust side because we don't need it to blow. Then I can put a cover on. What's that hanging off? Oh, that's alright. I am losing my mind. There is a touch of insanity happening. So there goes the cover. Which one of these has got the oil cap on them? I want to know if I can fill it with oil with the cover on. I assume I can. Zero fucks given about the coil order. Whatever fits, fits. I'm curious. Oh, apparently I can. So I can reach it. Alright, so I've got to do the exhaust side on the right bank. And then I've got to do the cover. Then the coils. Then the injectors. And there was a dodgy clutch that needed repair, yeah? I don't recall, but we will find out. We will find out. Coils. The order does not matter. So long as there is spark, there is hope. Right. Flywheel was good. I think the plate was a bit... No, it was fine. So what was the pressure plate like? 27%. Can I repair that? Apparently not. So I need a new clutch plate. That's fine. Clutch. Pressure plate. Did I also need a release bearing? Throw out bearing. Nope, that's fine. Right. Is that motor complete? It is as complete as it will get. So I come to the stand and I take the engine off the stand, and then I come over here and I pull the engine crane out from the corner of the garage. Go to hoist A, and I magically insert... I did have one in there, you bitch. It didn't come out with the engine. Isn't that just a bitch? Well, doesn't matter now, it's too late. It's done. Now I top that up. Excuse me. all that for one component, one piece of the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be full. Full but not over full. Perfect. Now I do the coolant. And that is my fluids done. I need to get under... haven't done it yet. Damn it. Oh, and it's type A's. I bought the wrong filters. I needed 2 type A's. Well, I've got 2 regular ones now. Spare. And time for clips. Because these clips aren't annoying at all. Again, I don't recall these actually coming off on any car that I've worked on. They pop and then they just sort of lean out and sit there. They remain attached to the base of the box, the airbox. There's a really weird inlet too. Why would it face up when there's no drains underneath it? Dunno, don't care. Not interested. Front exhaust section. So once I do these exhaust sections, that's it, right? No, I've got to do the gearbox. So if I do X, X, mark those 2 to go in, then I can do the gearbox, then the massive fucking transfer case. Because of course there's a fucking chunky ass transfer case. I'll do the drive shaft. The rear shaft I should say. Then the front shaft. And the starter motor. Oh. Get out of the way. Now, do I have spares of these? No, I do not. So tab 2. Seeing as how they are identical. Excuse me. Right. Done. Get out of here. Go. Shoo. V. Anything under 30%. Bye-bye. And I've just realised I've still got the power steering pump that should have gone on that motor. Did I have a second car waiting? No, I did not. That's still sitting there. Whoa. The GDR would be fun. Piccolo might be more fun though, because it's different. And different is good. What sort of motor has this got? Can I mod one of these? I mean, it's got a little itty bitty 4-banger in the front. Maybe I could make a small capacity V6 version of this. Ugh. Unless I just ignore reality and slap on a chonky boy V12 under the front of it. Because, you know, somebody would have done it, right? Let the motor clip through everything and just slap it in there. Whatever works, works, right? Spark plugs are good. Everything there's fine. Let's do a compression test. Are you just a little bit noisy or do you have a gearbox problem? I think you're just a little bit noisy with a gearbox problem. Because I know there was more than just, unless it's brakes. It could be noise and brakes. Unless you need a filter. Do you need a filter, little car? Or do you need body panels? I'm asking all these questions when all I have to do answer them is go to here. Knocking sound for suspension, so I was wrong. So it's just the exhaust, which is the manifold. I might even have one of these on me. As it looks like a familiar manifold, something that I've played with somewhat recently. So let's see, do I have one? No, I don't. So let's just go to the shop, go here, get that, and let's just put it on. And a cover. Now the suspension. Front suspension, there is a tie rod. Outer tie rod. Bearing looks fine. Bearings look fine on this side. Do we have... There's no shot bushes. It's a shame I can't do that from outside here. Because, you know, in reality, you're just going to lay on the ground, reach under the car and do it there, aren't you? I mean, shit, why make stuff harder than it has to be? And it's a rear end link. Alright, let's put you on the hoist. Let's get you up in the air. Get your goodies off. So loud is sorted. There are 3 suspension components. So there is going to be something other than the tie rod and the rear end link. I just haven't seen it yet. It's going to be a hidden bush, isn't it? Actually, might be that one there. Yeah, that's looking a bit grot, so that's fine. Unless it's that. No, it's not that one. Can I pull that off without... No, the tire's going to come off. Fine. Wheel has to come off just so I can do this. Like, you know, whatever. It does look more and more like that is my culprit. That bitch there. What do you got? 53 and a 66. Oh, let's put you back then. 53 and a 66. There's going to be a bush somewhere that's a bit grotty. Oh, it's that one. Well, I assume it's this one. There's no guarantee. And it's not. 51 and 62. I could just, you know, like, inspect the car and try and find it the correct way, but no. Got to be all creative and just do it my way because I'm too lazy to fucking inspect the car correctly. No. I want to go tie. I want outer tie rod. Actually, I've got to go for a rear link too. Link. Put that on. So it's nothing here. It's not that one. I can see it's not that one. So which one is it? Where is it? Where is the grot? This is making this car sad. Is it you? No, you're nice and shiny. You're clean. You are exceptional. Comparatively. Oh, excuse me. So I'm just obviously very blind. Because I am not seeing what it could possibly be. So I do have to just search. Give up, search. What are you gonna be? Where is this hidden nugget of shite? I'm gonna have to reassemble the car and put it on this bloody test path, aren't I? Oh, there we go. That sort of clears that up. So I can get away with doing just the rear wheel. No, rear wheel. What else do I have to take off? No, it should just be the rear wheel because there is no rear drive shaft. So it'll be a center cap. There we go. And a hubcap. What is your minimum? You want a 50% minimum? Do I have a 50 bearing? No, I don't. So I come in here, I type bear. And instead of mashing shift, I have to hit enter. To spam that through just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. Is that it? Done? Done. Oh no, I've got 70,000. Yeah, let's do it. This is the dude that wants me to fake it, isn't it? So you want it to... He wants... Yeah, that's right. He wants to fake his YouTube video, but nobody has to know. Yada, yada, yada. He just wants the bare minimum done, so he wants to make it start. So I can pretend he's... Yeah. Import tube, hey? Mm-hmm. So let's just put it on the hoist. Let's do what we have to. That's right, this thing's absolutely fucking grot. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. The engine can't be started because of that, mainly. So let's breathe new life into the battery. Because for whatever reason, a battery can be recovered from almost death. Like it could literally have 1% on it, and you could bring it back to full charge. And look at that, the battery is in perfect condition all of a sudden. Ta-da! Now the starter motor looks like it should turn over. The engine can't be started. Let's try the electronics. It'll be some relays, won't it? Oh, there's the fuel filter. Bunch of relays, fuel filter. But hopefully, if I just slap a fuel filter in there, for whatever reason, the fuel filter stops the car from cranking over. The engine cannot be started. Alright, let's start with the relay B. Fuse B. Relay B, fuse B, relay A. Relay A. So, go to the shop, go to electronics, relay. Make sure I just have, and then fuse, This was only fuse B that I really needed, but I will make sure I have a few of each. Slap that shit in. Now with the cover on, the engine can still not be started. So is it the ECU? No, he wants to leave that dodgy ECU in. Let's just go through this very, very carefully. Spark plug, so 4 plugs, 4 coils, a throttle body. Alright, so I've got to pull the... so let's just do the 4 coils. Four spark plugs. Do I have any moderately useful spark plugs? No, I do not. Let's just close that. Go down to the bottom. I need 4 spark plugs. And 4 coils. Whoops. That didn't work. Seriously, what kind of idiot would do this anyway? If you don't know what you're doing, you make your content by learning what you're doing while you're doing it. I've got to pull that off. A throttle body. I didn't look at the condition of the starter. No, the starter's 16%, so it's... That's what's doing me in. For whatever reason, the alternator doesn't want to work. So we have to pretend that this car is... So if I can just do one repair on it and... No, okay. Excuse me. I don't have a spare throttle body. Do I have an alternator? No, but because I have this, I have that. And then a throttle V6. Throttle body V6. No, that's a V6B. Which one is it? It is the V6B. Right. So let's just slap this shit on there then. Yeah, let's fake this import tube video. Has there been precedent of that? Has there been a content creator fake, like so very obviously fake, the restoration or finding of a car? Can I do the compression test now? Yes, I can. Oh no. I mean, that's not horrible. I don't mind that. That engine, that block looks horrid. That scares me a little. So the air filter is going to be one of the things that needs to be done, isn't it? I'm just waiting for the next red thing to pop up. It's not that. There is an air filter. So how many things? This is 2 things. So if there's 2 things, what is the other thing that is stopping it from... I4B filter. I don't already have one of them. No, I don't. Let's be honest, if you're going to do this sort of shit, you just take the air filter out to show that it starts without having it in it. What is the other thing I'm obviously missing? it'll be. It'll be a fuel pump. Yeah, I thought so. Pump. Pump. Oops. Fuel pump. Hit escape instead of tilde. Right, so that is the... That is not discovered. Okay. So, if I am to make sure this car starts, what am I missing? Well, I'll have to drain the oil anyway. If I'm draining the oil, it won't kill me to pop the sump off to have a look. I don't know how to do this. You wanted a new filter anyway, didn't you? I4 oil. So let's just throw a filter on it. No. You do not get the good one. You are not screwing me. Not today, thank you. Not today. Have I inspected the engine fully? I can't see that head. See, I don't know if that head's any good. It'll do a compression test without oil. That's, I mean, fine. But the head absolutely looks worse. Fuel pressure test. So what is it? What is stopping it from working? It's not that. If it's stopping it from starting, it's something up the front here, and it's just completely eluding me. It is ever so slightly doing my head in that I don't know what is stopping me from starting this car. Let's just... I've tested all the spark plugs, yeah? Well, the spark plugs are replaced. That head looks cack. That's not the inlet manifold. I'm going to go in on a limb and say it's one of the bearing caps. I'm going to have to pull each of them off and put all the grot ones back on, except for the one that's cack. That one's 20. What's 19? 19. 16. That's getting low, but it's still orange. It's still high enough for this Muppet to be comfortable with it. That's 17. I'm missing something stupid, aren't I? I'm feeling like I'm probably an idiot for not noticing whatever's actually not working. And I am going to feel very stupid when I finally figure it out. No. No shiny. It's funny how almost this entire engine is just going to be super easy to undo. Right. So it's not there. It's not that. The gearbox doesn't stop it from starting. What is stopping this from starting? Can I squeeze in just a little? Let's get under there. I need to get a bit higher, so what do I need? I need that. That piston is ferrule. All these pistons are ferrule. And I cannot get... That's what it is, the timing belt. Bring it down. Let's get in and do that timing belt. The timing belt's going to be what's stopping me. So I have to come in here, pop that, pop the belt, pop the pulley, pop the timing cover. It's not going to be the little one at the back, it's going to be this one here that's shot. 23, 20. Maybe it's not. So let's pull this end off then. As I am very quickly running out of ideas. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Why is it not starting? Why won't it start? This legitimately makes no sense to me at all. This is the most worked on piece of shit engine. So let's fill it with oil. I'm missing one part. What am I missing? It's not the fuel tank, is it? No, the tank's grotty, but it's not... Looks like it's not horrid. Let's just put all the bits back on. Right, all the bits are on. Let's put some coolant in it. And I'll pop the radiator off and have a look. And it doesn't need this shit to actually run, so I don't know what the go is. And it's got some in it. But so long as there's some, the bastard thing should at least idle. You want it actually drained, okay. I didn't realise that. So let's do this again. Yeah. I mean, it's already costing me time, so why shouldn't it cost me money as well? Did you want the brake fluid done as well there, chap? Yeah, you do. So you're a bum, you're just not a dangerous bum. Right, before I get carried away, let's pop that off. Pop that off. No, they're fine. Caco one in. El Caco, El Caco. Alright, let's do the brake fluid. I really would love to know why this thing doesn't start. I mean, that head does look grot. It looks like there's a world wrong with it. That head looks wrong. But that is a massive undertaking for a pain in the ass job like this. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with this particular job. The rings are fine, the pistons are fine, the crank's fine. Oh, it's going to be a cam cap, isn't it? It's going to be a cam cap. One of them's going to be extra grotty. Now, can I take that off without taking the timing cover off? Yes, I can. Because that's about all that's left, isn't it? For one of these to be extra grot. That's just it. None of them look extra grot. The head itself looks grottier than anything else. Make sure I haven't... I did find it. So what was the missing part? I'm confused. I'm oh so very confused. I'm legitimately baffled. I don't know why all of a sudden the undiscovered part is now discovered. I don't know what I changed. I don't know what I changed. I don't... I am losing my mind, clearly. My mind is obviously very, very, very gone. None of that can be replaced. Yeah, repaired, I mean. It's the vacation car. What time is it? I have 7:25. So I've been on... How long have I been on? Hour and a half. So it's a nice short session. Do I keep going? Do I queue something up for tomorrow so that I hate myself? Ooh. Yeah, I do. I do. I queue something up so I can hate myself. It's got the full body kit. It's not a Panda, but you know what? It'll do. So I will save it there. I will consider myself done for the day. So at that, I will say thank you to anyone who took the time to watch this boring as batshit fucking stream, which was now a VOD, I guess. But yes, thank you for your time, thank you for your patience, and